The approach you are learning is to plan and interact, watch, respond, reflect. This approach helps create opportunities for children to use communication and for caregivers to notice communication and respond. Last time, we learned about preparing by picking a practice time and deciding on which strategy to try. After you plan and start an interaction, next you will watch. Watching means looking for your child's communication, like gestures, including eye gaze, sounds, and words. This step is about slowing down to notice when your child is communicating and what your child is trying to tell you. Today, you will learn more about how to watch for your child's communication. After you watch your child's communication, the next step is to respond. Responding means repeating what your child communicated and adding a word or two. After you have planned and interacted, watched, and responded, the last step is to reflect. Reflect means to think about whether what you planned worked well for you and your child, or if you might want to try something else. In today's group, we will focus on the second step, watch. Make sure to have your handout ready to follow along. After you plan and interact to give your child more opportunities to communicate, the next step is to watch for the communication to happen. In this group, we will learn what communication is, what language is, and how to identify it in your child. Remember that communication is an interaction between people, like you and your child. Communication happens through social interactions, which means it is often different depending on a family or community culture. Communication can happen without words, and this is where a child's communication starts. The first stage of communication is using sounds, facial expressions, or gestures. Crying or babbling or a simple look or facial expression like a smile can communicate emotions or messages without using words. Gestures like hand movements and body movements can also communicate without using words. Children's gestures start with pushing and reaching and advance to things like waving and pointing. The second stage of communication is using single words, both signed and spoken. First, children learn words including the names of familiar people like mom or dad, familiar places like park or outside, and familiar things like cup or bed. They later learn action words like go, run, eat, and hug, or words that describe things like big and fast. The third stage of communication is learning short phrases like eat puffs, more blocks, dog lick, all done. Bilingual children might combine two languages, quiero candy, and this is an okay way of multilingual speaking. Later, kids learn full sentences like, I want to go to the park, or los doggies run there for Spanish-English learners. One thing to remember is that each child develops at their own pace. Comparison can help us understand when a child might need more support, but it can also stop us from seeing how much our child is learning. Your child might be communicating more or less than another child at the same age, and that's okay. For today, we are focused on being present and observing. Remember that the skills you are learning in this program will help your child grow over time. Pause the video here and talk with your group about where you think your child is at in their stage of communication. When we watch, we are really just watching. Our job is never to push for something better, but to notice the things that are happening. Can you give space for observing your child? Notice the subtle, almost hidden ways they are connecting with you. Can you invite curiosity to ask yourself, what might they be trying to communicate without guessing what they are trying to tell you right away? What are the ways that they are trying to communicate, even when you didn't have a plan? Let's watch together to identify child communication. Use your handout and tally each time you notice the kind of communication the child uses.
Okay, it's time to read. Do you want the bunny book or the book with the train? Train book. You got it. Train. Choo choo. Choo choo goes the train. Red car. Orange car. Yellow car. Okay, it's time to read. Do you want the bunny book or the book with the train? Train book. You got it. Train. Choo choo. Choo choo goes the train. Red car. Orange car. Yellow car.
This child and caregiver looked like they were having fun. The caregiver is putting the cue card back on the bookshelf as a reminder to keep using the strategy in the future. Pause here and talk with your group about what you noticed. Today you learned that children progress through communication stages, beginning with sounds and gestures to using words and sentences. Last time you learned how to plan an interaction, and today you learned to watch for communication. We are now halfway through our groups, and next time we will talk about how we respond to your child's communication. Be sure to review your take-home activity and complete the reflection about what went well today and how this group could be improved in the future.